very important a video right here. All right. I want everybody to pay attention. I keep saying this. Now is the perfect time to be a part of crypto. Okay. So much is happening now, and it just keeps getting better. All right. Now, again, please pay attention. All right. Pay attention to this article right here. It says just in Trump says he doesn't want to let another country to take over Bitcoin and crypto industries, right? So he doesn't want another country to take over Bitcoin and crypto industries. And then on this article by Bloomberg, it says Trump also reiterated his previous calls for Bitcoin and crypto companies to come to the US over China or another country. Trump said in June he wants all the remaining Bitcoin to be made in the United States of America, claiming it will help us be energy dominant, right? Then he also says, if I throw it aside, it's going to be picked up in another country. Most likely China. They're pretty advanced in that sphere. Trump said it's a baby, it's an infant right now. Speaking of Bitcoin, he's referring to Bitcoin. Then he goes on to say, but I don't want to be responsible for allowing another country to take over the sphere. So even Trump is admitting that he sees how important Bitcoin and crypto is when it comes down to the United States, right? And just the whole as far as like as you know, he didn't say as far as a currency or anything, but I mean, but he knows, like he knows, right? Um, and I'm glad he actually mentioned like China, because again, when it comes to China, I'll give you guys like the perfect example. I'm gonna show you guys this article right here. Now, just keep in mind, since the beginning of time, humans have always competed against each other as far as gathering resources, right? Especially when it comes down to like silver, gold, diamonds. Everyone is out not only to get it first, but to collect as much as they possibly can, or produce as much as they possibly can, right? So in this article right here from oilprice.com, it says China, Australia, and Russia dominate global gold production, right? Now it shows this like charts right here. It shows like like China, it shows the amount that China dominates compared to Australia, Russia, and so on and so forth. The US is all the way down here. You have China where it says 370, right? It says over 370 tonnes versus the US, which has 170 tonnes, right? And then it even explains, it says in this graphic visual capitalist Marcus Liu list the world's leading countries in terms of gold production. These figures come from the latest USGS publication on gold statistics, right? And it says China, Australia, and Russia produced the most gold in 2023, right? It says China was the top producer in 2023, responsible for over 12% of total global production, followed by Australia and Russia. So when it comes down to China, they waste no time. They waste no time, no expense on being behind when it comes down to getting into things that are just like I said, like different valuables and stuff, right? Including gold and including cryptocurrency, right? And that's exactly why, going back to when Trump was saying he wants to make sure that the remaining Bitcoin is gathered in the US versus another country, because he can already see, like, anyone who's put a good amount of research into crypto, you can clearly see that crypto is going nowhere. Crypto is here to stay. Like, people are already adopting crypto. Like, I believe it's only like between 5 and 10% of the world that's actually adopted crypto and using crypto and stuff, but it's going to continue to grow. I guarantee you, it's going to continue to grow. Right, more people are going to get into Bitcoin, get into other cryptos and stuff. And keep in mind, on top of that, you have Donald Trump again, right? The former president, but now the active runner for the next president, right? He's still on track to go speak at this Bitcoin conference that's happening later this month. So as you can see right here, it says witness history, July 25th, between July 25th and July 27th, 2024, in Nashville, Tennessee. It says you're going to have what is it, at the Music City Center, right? These are the headliners of people who are going to attend and also speak, right? So you have Donald Trump, right? Again, who is the 45th president of the United States. He plans on speaking at this Bitcoin conference, right? Even right here, it says Trump announced his support for the American Bitcoin industry in May 2024, advocating for financial freedom, and the growth of the U.S. Bitcoin industry on the global stage. And keep in mind, he's also using um, Donald Trump also has a public crypto wallet address where he receives crypto donations to help towards his ad campaign for the presidential election, right? So you have Donald Trump who's going to speak here. You have the Robert F. Kennedy Jr. who's going to speak here. He also supports Bitcoin and crypto. You have Kathy Wood. She also supports Bitcoin and crypto. And then you have Michael Saylor, who is the executive chairman of MicroStrategy. His company owns like a ton of Bitcoin, right? And then just 2 days ago, right, July 15th, you have the CEO Larry Fink, right, the CEO of BlackRock. He calls Bitcoin digital gold. He literally calls Bitcoin digital gold, and he says he's no longer a skeptic. He's a full on believer about it, and that's why he invested in it, right? That's why his company has a huge amount of Bitcoin, right? It says BlackRock CEO Larry Fink said he has changed from being a proud skeptic of Bitcoin to someone who sees the cryptocurrency as having a place in people's portfolios, right? Then he goes on to say, Bitcoin is a legitimate financial instrument that allows you to have uncorrelated, non-correlated types of returns, right? And he says, I'm a major believer that there is a role for Bitcoin in portfolios. Okay. So he's big on it. A lot of people are big on it, man. And just like this is just a guesstimate, not a guesstimate, but a pretty nice yeah, I would say guesstimate. It says how much Bitcoin does BlackRock own? The BlackRock's iShares Bitcoin Trust, IBIT, currently holds 318,000 Bitcoin as of July 15th, 2024. So that goes to show you, like, and this is just the tip of the iceberg, but you guys have to keep in mind, and even when it comes down to like Trump, after the whole like assassination attempt that happened on Trump, Bitcoin started surging. Like Bitcoin was around like $58,000, right? And then as soon as that happened, it started surging up in price. Why? Because a lot of people know that Trump is going to go speak at this Bitcoin conference. They know that he's pro Bitcoin, he's pro crypto. So you already had a lot of people who were like, "Oh my goodness, like this thing just happened with Trump. He's going to go speak at the conference later this month." Right, and he's not only just speaking on Bitcoin and what he feels about it and how he accepts it and stuff, but he's also giving that image and letting people know, like, hey, if I'm president, I'll make sure that Bitcoin thrives. I'll make sure crypto thrives if I am elected president, right? So obviously, people are going to want to, support him because he supports crypto. I know people have different views and things, and at the end of the day, whether you're for Biden, whether you're for Trump, I mean, a win for crypto is a win for crypto in my book, right? So big news, man. That's just some big topic, like a big topic that I wanted to discuss. I've seen people kind of talking about it on Twitter and stuff, man. But that's why I keep saying, man, now is the time to be into crypto. Do not sleep on crypto. Okay. And on top of that, the fact that you have like big, like multi-billionaire people calling Bitcoin liquid gold, keep in mind the US dollar is inflation. Like it's a crazy amount of inflation that's going on with the US dollar because it's just it's a currency that can just keep getting like printed and more be made. But you have Bitcoin, where when Bitcoin first came out, there was only 21 million Bitcoin that was first created. Then you have the Bitcoin halving, where every 4 years, right, starting in 2012, you have the Bitcoin halving, where the new like unmined Bitcoin that's hasn't been minted yet, or hasn't been mined yet, that new supply gets cut in half, making it deflationary, right? So that's how you have Bitcoin as not just the currency that you can use, but a deflationary currency, which also helps it go more, like, go higher in value, because it's like supply and demand kicks in. When you have a lower supply of something, the demand of it goes higher. That's how Bitcoin was able to go from $1 to now $64,000 for one Bitcoin, right? So that's just my take on this whole thing right here, man. Keep in mind too, there's also the Ethereum ETFs that's still there's still like, yeah, ETFs that are being waited to be approved. I believe later this no no I believe it's next week around like Tuesday. And that's another reason why you see like Ethereum went all the way to 3,400. I believe it touched 3,500 or 3,600. But you had Ethereum pumping up, Bitcoin was pumping up. A lot of solid project, like it's a lot of solid cryptos kind of going up in price, XRP and stuff, man. So big things in the crypto space, man. I love to see it. This is the stuff we need to this is stuff we need to help crypto kind of thrive and continue to grow when it comes down to the future and stuff. So again, this is just my take on that, man. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section. And with that being said, I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Peace.